Hello all again and welcome back for part 2 of why you want to schedule your visits in Salesforce as to just checking in as an unscheduled visit. So if you remember from part 1, we scheduled our visit to the next property I was going to. So now I'm going to show you where the benefit will be as far as scheduling that visit. So we want to get back into Salesforce. And we want to get into our events. Okay. And this last property I just checked into, as you can see, I scheduled it for 2 o'clock. It is now 2:04. So, as with most of us would remember, when you checked into a property, and I'm just going to show you this here real quick, and we'll get back to what I was initially going to show you here. When you hit that check-in button, if you kind of got lost track of time or whatever the case may be, as I mentioned in the other video about some deterrence about making that first step into the office, you get a call that needs to take priority over walking into that front door for the visit for the day for that property. Normally right in this screen here, it would show you've already checked into whatever the name of the property was at whatever the time was. So as you can see, I did make note of when I checked in. It should say around 2 o'clock on the screen. I'm going to show you where it does keep track of your time. So first thing you want to always do is make sure you checked in. So you check in the button with the lower right hand corner, the purple button. So now I'm going to show you, just kind of scroll back to initially where we were on the entry of Island Village Condos, 2 o'clock. So I'm going to click on that. And I just came from the events on the calendar. And now, here's where the magic is. You click on Property Visit. And as you can see, it shows start date time 2 p.m. Well, if you remember what I said a few moments ago, I said I checked in, or I made sure I eyed when I checked in, and it still said 2 o'clock. So this actually kept track of it. Now, when you do not schedule your visits, there is zero way to kind of track your time or see where you're at. You're just going to have to rely on your memory as to when you hit that check-in button, kind of where things were at. Additionally, the other benefit that helps you keep track of things as you go on and about your day is this is the main property screen for this particular property. So when I click on Related, and when I do schedule my visits and I go under Activity History, it'll actually show me that, yes, I did have a visit scheduled for today at 2 p.m. And it even shows me when I scheduled the visit. When it says last modified date and time up here at the top, that shows me the time frame of when I scheduled the visit as well. So, in my opinion, we should still be scheduling visits. We don't need to spend a whole lot of time doing it, but just for the purposes for records, that when you go into Activity History, kind of gives you an idea of where your visits were, what times they were, and things of that nature. And then just quick going back to here, that elusive up until this point timestamp as to when you actually entered the property. So I hope this is helpful information, helps you make yourself more efficient during your day, helps you keep more track of where things are at. And if there's any questions or suggestions, again, please feel free to leave comments in the comments section, and also don't forget to subscribe. As promised, I will be making more videos as time goes on, as you guys suggest things that you would like to see in action, as it were, as I know some people are visual learners versus on paper. That can sometimes get kind of tedious. So this is a great way to learn how to do things or brush up on what you already know. So again, I hope that this was helpful, and if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. See you guys in the next video. Thanks.